So thank you all. We're going to be, we're opening up a little early and we're just going to watch folks as you come in. Oh, Adele Fraser, the chief of police, has entered the waiting room. So I have to wait till you let her in and then I'll announce her. And it'll get more and more and then I'll get, crazier and crazier. I see Chief Adele Fraser. Welcome.
Thank you. You're looking fabulous.
Oh, brought the sparklies out. Also, just so you guys all know, those who have joined a little early, we're just going to chat informally because, we don't get to do it in person, so we could do it on Zoom. Adele, what is that? You with 1,000 children? Those aren't all your children, are they?
Story of my life. About half of them.
That's called really long-term recruiting, right? When you start the kids when they're in kindergarten, you're like, someday you're going to be working for me, kids.
That's right. That's the Salinas pipeline right there. With the dead time, Paul, I want to add that the kids are raising their hands, right? And they're raising their hands because I asked them a question. How many of you want to be Salinas police when you grow up?
All right. Now, was there any bribery going on? Did you have like cookies behind you or anything like that?
I'll never tell.
Okay. Well, of course you come in looking all dapper, looking all leader-like. I want to be a police officer too, although not really.
You'd be great.
Let's see. We're looking. What's that down in the bottom? It looks like somebody's in a big conference room. Oh, that's Norm.
That would be the
Norm Groot.
Office.
That's okay. I'm happy to look at your tables and chairs. We'd rather see your face, but we'll take what we get.
We'll be there in a second. I'm just setting up.
No rush. No rush. You're early still. So Adele, I drove by the new public safety center at night the other night it's beautiful at night. I haven't seen the inside of it yet, as have many people haven't yet, but it's a beautiful building.
It is indeed. And as the city starts to open up more services, of course, our services have not stopped, but internally, we've just really, slowed down how much traffic, but eventually, and it's not too far off down the road. I would love to invite, Chamber for a tour.
And others.
Sure. Yeah, and we have the community.
So while we're
room.
chatting here, Adele, and a few other people can listen here, but so I remember when the planning of the building, that it was to be kind of like not a community center, but to have that aspect, and there were some community rooms that were going to be part of it, right? Can you tell us about the community rooms and that aspect of the building?
Yeah, so it's front facing, it faces Alisal. It's on the corner. And you can see it as you drive by, and everyone is welcome to go, not just drive by, pull into the parking lot, get out, take a look. You can see it just by pressing your head up against the glass. We welcome that.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. You're going to see my fingerprints there. Don't take don't take Paul Farmer's fingerprints and run them through any database, please.
No, I would be concerned about doing that.
Mm-hmm. And so can you tell us, is there a community room as part of that? What's the capacity of that?
Oh, we can fit, close to 70 comfortably. And there's a little, I would go ahead and call it a kitchenette off to the side. And we have big monitors and screens and pull downs. And we're completely equipped for a business meeting, a community meeting, all kinds of different engagement opportunities are going to happen there. So like I said, we're going to start scheduling too. So, the requests go into my office and Martha puts them down on the books. And we can accommodate community groups and businesses. And so, yeah, it's wonderful. I'm so excited about it.
I see more and more people entering the meeting. It's 11:26. We're going to start promptly at 11:30. But I'll give an informal welcome to you all. And I want to tell you, during this time, we're just letting people log on and starting with the little chat. You have the chat box at the bottom. Please use it, because during most of the event, you're not going to be able to talk. Right now, you can talk. If so, Amy Gibson, our event chair, who's on the board, just came in. I see Patrick Garcia just came in. How many people are we up to right now? 37. We're expecting 4,000. So Colby Pereira, who is also on our board, Andrea Bailey is in the waiting room. So I have to mention them afterward. Welcome to Colby and Andrea. Tiffany Fournier. It makes you super classy when you have a French last name. Robert Mina, I see you came in. Robert Mina, is your camera on?
No.
Oh, why don't we get to see your handsome face? As long as you stick around for the dance party. Can you make it bigger to where I can see more of the people that are in there? Because I'm watching Philip eat his lunch. I hope not everybody else is watching Philip eat his lunch. Oh, there we go. Now I can see Myrna Hills repping the Relay for Life. How's it going, Myrna? Take yourself off mute and say hi. Oh, we can't. Well, I can't hear anything, but that's okay. Can you hear it, Myrna? All right, Starla Warren, Bill Tebby from Bank of America. Good to see Bill. Daniel Philpott, Mayor Kimberly Craig is on the line. Kathy Miller from Era Energy. Everybody wave to each other. You guys still count as early birds because it's 11:29. Is that Debbie Hale I see down there? Debbie Hale, welcome. Christy Santiago. Supervisor Mary Adams. When you get a supervisor, it's like triple points. We got a few of them on there. Carmel Chamber, Jenny McMurdo. Go to the next screen, please. All right. Lupe Rualcaba, Tiffany Fournier, love your name. Bill Hasty from our board. Teresa Wright, lovely photo. Stephanie Sorensen, welcome. Steve Watherspoon, Ron Gradberg. Mariella Medina is one of our honorees. Go to the next one, please. All right. I'm just looking at all of your names and pictures. A lot of you are shy. That's okay. Samuel Ruiz from Mechanics Bank, and Manuel Escarcega, whose last name I really like to say. All right. How we doing, Shay? Go ahead and go to the front screen, please.
Well, it looks like it's time to start.
Oh, well, we're 11:30. Actually, that was the really early birds, right? Okay, so hello, everybody. You all get credit for being on time. Yay for you. Now, every person who comes in late, we're just going to stand there and tell them that we couldn't start the event till they got here. Make them feel bad. Actually, what we'd like to do is, here's your informal welcome to the Chamber's 100th Annual Awards Luncheon. What we're going to do for the first 10 minutes is just chat with each other. Let those people who are dealing with their kids on Zoom and, you know, doing 5 different things at once, give them a chance to log on. We're going to be a shorter program today than normal, so we have plenty of time. So we're going to use that first 10 minutes just to chat with you guys. So you can unmute yourselves and you can say hello. I'll call on some of you if I can see your names, like Jennifer Williams, who's on our board. Jennifer Williams, just take yourself off mute and say hello.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, Jennifer is the head of the Foundation for Natividad Medical Center, and she's also on the Chamber board. I see Krishna Patel. I don't know what Krishna's doing there. Looks like you're handling your fingernails. Okay. Krishna, why don't you take yourself off mute real quick and tell us about your new job that you work at.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. My new job, I work at Duda Farm Fresh Foods now. We've been a chamber member for a long time. And this is very exciting for me. I've never worked in ag, so I'm very excited to meet more people in this industry.
Cool. And I'm going to tell a little secret about Krishna, which I think I can tell. And that is that she was the head of our children's shopping tour for the Chamber Foundation in 2019 and made some connections with some other people there. And I think that helped her with her current employment. So, you know, the Chamber of Connections. Supervisor Mary Adams, I see your bright smiling face. Why don't you take yourself off mute and say hello?
Hi, everybody. It's really great to be here today. This is about as close as I ever get to seeing people unmasked. So this is really a delight. Everything is just moving like we all expect. I think we have some really good things happening within the farm workers area. Being able to get a lot more vaccines in has just been absolutely amazing. And I really give a great big vote of thanks to the grower shipper and all of the people who have been involved in this. It's really great. Dorigo Brothers.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Supervisor. And we're going to share some more info on that later in the program for those who didn't see it. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So great. Thank you and welcome.
No thunder stealing. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, totally fine. And Bill Tebby from Bank of America, why don't you say hi?
Off mute. Hi to everybody. It's been a while. Place is under very well run hands with Paul.
Oh, thank you. So, Bill, you know, the trivia question for past chairs of the Chamber Board, a club of which you are a member, is do you remember what year you were the chair of the board?
Oh, no. 10 years ago?
Something like that. I see Debbie. Thank you, Bill.
Can't remember those things.
I'm going to let you know who I'm going to call so you guys can get ready to unmute yourself. So I'm going to call on Debbie Hale, and then next after that will be Jenny McMurdo from Carmel. So Debbie Hale, you guys have a lot of things going on at the Transportation Agency. Really quickly, whatever you want to share for like 30 seconds.
All right. Well, we're really excited about our Safe Routes to School program that's going on right now in the city of Salinas. We're working with them on making it safer for kids to walk to school and cross the street and alleviate some of that terrible traffic around the school. So it's fun to see everybody.
Great. And we're really excited to see all of the changes happening on Market Street, where the intermodal transit center is going to be, where there used to be, you know, Frank's Fish Market, I think it was, and all that. I know behind the scenes, it takes years to acquire those properties and, you know, get it to where it's going. So we know it takes a while to get that done, but we start to see what it's going to look like. And Jenny McMurdo, how are things over in Carmel?
Good. Thanks, Paul. Oh, did I freeze? I just wanted to join this today because all of our chambers, I hope you all know, in the Monterey County, we've been working together throughout this pandemic. And it's really been a wonderful confluence of all of us working together. And so I just wanted to come and support and say we're all in this together in Monterey County, and all the chambers are as well.
I also love how you have positioned your laptop with the beach behind you perfectly. It looks fantastic. I'm going to go to Kimberly Craig next, and then Jeff Wardwell and his posse in the conference room. Jeff Wardwell, you're on deck. Mayor Kimberly Craig is going to do a welcome once we formally start. But Kimberly, what would you like to share?
I just am a longtime listener, first-time caller, and I'm talking trash in your chat section. So thank you. Happy to be here, excited to lead the city, and certainly recognizing the importance of the business community in what we do to make our city a thriving community. So happy to be in the seat, and thank you for having me.
Kimberly, I know some of us are friends of yours on Facebook, and we saw what you posted yesterday, that you had like a not fun day, we'll say, and you said, friends, post a meme. Can you share any highlights from funny things people posted?
Yeah, one said, one of the memes was, I'm told that okay, hang on. I'm just going to make sure that I have it correct because I don't want to screw up the joke. That's never fun. But my favorite meme was, my dog is not a substitute for a child. At least that's what his piano teacher says.
My dog is not a substitute for a child. At least that's what his piano teacher says. That's a good one. All right, Jeff Wardwell, take yourselves off mute, and on deck will be Stephanie Sorensen. Jeff Wardwell, I see you all masked up. I don't know who all's in the room. Where are you? What's up?
This is our new foundation office over on Market Street. So anybody that wants to come check us out, we'd love to give you guys a tour. It's a beautiful space at Granary Towers.
Awesome. Chief Adele is on the call. She was one of the early ones, and she said, once it's safe, we're going to get a tour of the new Public Safety Center building, which is beautiful. I've only seen it from the outside, and she said we can press our noses up against the window to look inside. And I said, please don't take my fingerprints and do anything with them. Stephanie Sorensen with the Blue Zones Project, I'm assuming from your background.
Yes, hi. This is my first time joining this call. I'm so excited to see all these faces. Stephanie Sorensen, Senior Organization Lead for the Monterey County Expansion Team for Blue Zones Project. I look forward to working with you all and connecting and making our community healthier and better.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Tiffany Fournier, how are things going at Slingshot? And then up on the deck, I will put, how about Loretta Souza will be on deck. So Tiffany, what's up?
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting us today. We're super excited to be a part of it. Things at Slingshot are going great. If you know anybody that's looking for work, please reach out. And if you are looking for additional staff, please reach out. Slingshot Connection.
All right. And I love your orange background. I used to think my favorite color was green. Someone said, what's your favorite color? I said, it's green. They said, you just showed me your orange car. You're wearing an orange shirt. Your bedroom is painted orange and you have an orange suitcase. Are you sure it's green? And I'm like, oh my God, my favorite color apparently is orange. So,
awesome.
So I love your background. And then Mr. Short-Term Memory, who did I say I was calling? Oh, Loretta Souza. Loretta was our Businesswoman of the Year last year. So Loretta is a woman in an often male field, which is construction and whatnot. She manages the Home Depot in Salinas. So Loretta, tell us whatever you want to share.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So I'm glad that orange is your favorite color. So welcome. And I'm really happy to be here and honored that I was last year's Businesswoman of the Year. But just thank you, and everybody be safe out there, and looking forward to the conference call.
Awesome. All right. I see Steve Mcshane on. I'm just going to recognize Steve Mcshane, but I'm not going to let him talk because we don't have that much time. I love you, Steve, but that's just how it goes. Danny Ortaz, I see you. I'm going to call you out. Give a quick shout out your new job.
Hello, everyone. My name is Danny Ortaz. I am working at Ecology Action. I'm the Transportation Justice Coordinator. I'm working in two projects there. One of them is the Safe Routes to School program, and the other one is Electric Vehicle Equity Project. So I'm going to be recruiting ambassadors and volunteers to promote the grants and rebates available to assist families of low income to purchase electric vehicles. So you may hear about me soon as I look for volunteers and ambassadors. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that, Danny, and welcome. We're up over 150 people on this call so far. I feel like this is like a telethon. I'm like, what are the numbers? So that's good. I was afraid it was going to be me talking to the mirror again, like usual. I'm going to call on Chuck DeRoche. We're going to get started in just a moment. I'm going to call on Chuck DeRoche and then the new city manager, Steve Kerrigan. So be ready to unmute yourself. Chuck DeRoche, is it true or false that you and I actually ran into each other at the gym? Is that a true story or false?
That's a true story. I think that was one of 2 days that I've been there in the last year.
No, the joke actually, Chuck, is that anybody saw me at the gym. That's the joke. But I want you to be the one to vouch for me that I actually have gone to the gym. Shout out.
You really should have dressed up for this, Paul.
All right. I can't wait to see you there again once it opens. City Manager Steve Kerrigan. He's gonna. We have a recorded welcome from him, but let's hear a quick good morning from Steve Kerrigan, our new City Manager.
Good morning, everyone. Today they're singing happy birthday to me. We've had cupcakes and I got this cool green ring. But the cool part is, and don't tell them because I'm getting all this free stuff. Today's not my birthday. So we're going to tell them that later because I'm getting some really neat stuff. So my birthday is actually on Saturday. And I know the mayor's been behind this today. But thank you. And Paul, thanks for having me.
Told me to start.
Let's get it going.
Oh, it's the time? We're really going to go? Okay, everybody. You all were like early and whatnot. I'm going to go off and pretend you didn't see me, and we're going to formally start now, okay? Hello and good morning. I'm kidding. I'm operating without a script, so if I mess things up, don't blame me. I want to give a welcome to all of you. Our early bird, the #1 person who logged in like an hour ago was Mark Kennedy from Green Rubber Kennedy Ag. Okay, it wasn't an hour, but he was the first person on the call. I see Esteban Calderon is joining the waiting room. More people are going to be joining us. Hey, the more the merrier. We're having a party. This is the Chamber's 100th Annual Awards Luncheon, presented by Mechanics Bank. So I know when we started out, people said, I don't know if they're going to get to 100 years. And I've asked Shay, we've been digging around the office to see if there's a time capsule, but we haven't found it yet. But anyway, we have a lot of surprises for you today because mostly you're going to be there watching. We want to make it as interactive as possible. So please use the chat box. All of the honorees that we're going to feature today, they're on the call. And so when you chat, you know, that makes it fun and interactive. Feel free to make jokes that are appropriate. So chat with each other, have fun with that. Chamber staff is also on chat. They'll be chatting with you as well as things go on. At some points, we'll like take you all off mute and give them a big round of applause a little bit later. But our goal is to have fun, to honor the wonderful people that we're honoring at our 100th Annual Awards Luncheon, to recognize and thank our sponsors. We're going to tell you about the work that the Chamber has been doing last year, this year, years into the future. I want to make sure, there's some surprises. We're going to give away some little gift cards to member restaurants for like some trivia games that we'll play throughout the program. And finally, I want to tell you, if you can, please stay till the end, because at the end, I am going to do the CEO report. And we're going to have some very important information that is hot off the presses that will help you and your businesses. We're going to talk about grants, some that just got approved at the state level yesterday, and another extension that we just saw yesterday. So this is hot off the presses to help your business. We'll do that at the end of the program. And we have some phenomenally wonderful news about vaccines in Monterey County. And we're going to tell you what happened and what the Chamber did to support the efforts of the wonderful County Board of Supervisors. And is Wendy Rudascu on the call at all? Okay, so on behalf of Monterey County Board Chair Wendy Rudascu, she wanted to pop in early and just give a thank you and a welcome. But I have to say, in her absence, she is doing a wonderful job. She is working remarkably, and they're covering so many different things. Wendy actually called me last week to talk about an MOU, a memo of understanding between the county and the city of Salinas that frankly has kind of been sitting there for a while. And she said she wanted the Chamber's input, that they really want to make sure that they have clear deliverables and they're following up on that. And I thought, wow, you know, we've got coronavirus and helping businesses and all this stuff. And I'm just, you know, she's a workhorse. So I want to thank her for her leadership at the Board of Supervisors. I can't see everybody right now on the call. So if there are other elected officials who are on, I know that you're there, and you guys can probably see them if you scroll through the screens. So we just want to say thank you to all of you. Welcome. Stick around. We're going to have some special surprises. Now, first of all, you know, like I wear a gold jacket because it's a special occasion, right? It's our 100th. So we thought we got to do something big for our 100th. We got to do something fun. I see Chuck DeRoche there smiling. He's like, what's Paul going to do? Well, I have some friends in Hollywood, and I don't want to name drop, but I'm going to name drop. I called some of my famous friends, and I'm like, hey, Bob Saget, could you do the welcome for the Chamber's Annual Awards Luncheon? You guys might know Bob Saget. He was the father in Full House. You know, Bob Saget, he was also a successful comedian. Well, Bob is going to give the welcome to you all. So let's hear from Bob.
Hey, everybody. Hello, members of Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce. Bob Saget here. And I was asked to do a welcome because, of course, this is your annual awards luncheon to honor members of your community. And that is a wonderful thing to be doing, especially now. It's been difficult times. I don't know if you heard, but it's been pretty crazy. And I admire that you're a nonprofit, and a small nonprofit, but you're small and mighty, Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce. So I'm thrilled to kick off a welcome to all of you, and for the awards for your annual luncheon. What are you having, the chicken or the fish? I was asked not to curse or talk about politics. I would never do that because I usually do both at the same time these days. And I'm sure that's the truth with a lot of people. So I am just wishing you all the best as we get through 2021, wishing you a lot of success and health and happiness for you and all your families. Onward and upward. And here we go. Here come your annual awards luncheon. That's the intro. All the best, everybody.
The comments, Bob Saget. I see the comments down there. We got 3 exclamation points from City Council member Mcshane. I want to tell you, if any of you are familiar with Bob Saget's stand-up comedy, yes, he was the father in, a Wholesome Family Show, but his comedy, let's just say we had to tell him, Bob, no cussing, please. Yeah, leave the beep in cussing to me, because this is a beeping awards show for business people. We can't be doing that. So we're happy to have that welcome from him. Next up, we want to thank our presenting sponsor, which is Mechanics Bank. And here to give a brief welcome from Mechanics Bank is DJ Moniz. DJ, take it away.
Hi, my name is DJ Moniz. I'm the Central Coast Region Manager for Mechanics Bank. First, I would like to say thank you to Paul and the Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce for your relentless efforts of supporting businesses here in the Salinas Valley. During a very difficult year, your passion in guiding and supplying vital information is to be commended. Your efforts have been tireless and your knowledge extremely valuable. Thank you. Mechanics Bank has been around since 1905. That includes 2 world wars and the Great Depression. But this pandemic is beyond what most of us could have ever imagined. What we've seen as bankers is the tenacity and perseverance of businesses, business owners, and dedicated employees. Mechanics Bank is also here to be a trusted resource to help guide businesses through these difficult times. We are honored to once again be a part of this event. Stay strong, stay safe. Thank you.
All right, DJ, thank you for that, and thank you for your tremendous support. Now, I have to share with you guys a little bit from the inside that we recorded DJ and Mechanics Bank video in the studios where we're operating right now, Magnitude Visuals in Salinas. And she said, Paul, if the video looks good and whatnot, but people can't see my shoes, and I wore these great shoes. And I said, DJ, don't you worry, we'll show everybody your shoes. So I took some pictures, and here's the shoes the DJ was wearing. Oh yeah, I have a pair just like it. Chose not to wear them today. I didn't want to steal DJ's thunder. So you look great. Good job, DJ. Thanks again for the support. Next up, we have a new city manager in Salinas, Steve Kerrigan, and our mayor, Miss Kimberly Craig, is the second elected woman to be the mayor of Salinas after Ana Caballero. And then we also had Christy Cromines serve as mayor for a bit. And now we're going to pass it over to Mayor Kimberly Craig, who's going to introduce Steve Kerrigan. Madam Mayor.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kimberly Craig. I'm the mayor of the city of Salinas. I've been in office about 8 weeks at this point. And I just want to welcome you to the 100th annual Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce Awards Luncheon. We have a lot of really phenomenal people that are watching today, and I just want to acknowledge our award recipients and the great work that you do here in the community. Congratulations to you, and here at the city, we are always willing to work collaboratively and with our businesses. So thank you for being here. Paul Farmer is a rock star and has always been a great partner to the city in terms of A, holding us accountable, and B, making sure that we keep business in the forefront of elected people's minds. With that, I'd like to introduce Steve Kerrigan. He's our new city manager. Steve was selected unanimously by the city council. He comes to us from Merced, has an extensive background in both city management and economic development. And so I'd like to welcome Steve Kerrigan.
Hello, I'm Steve Kerrigan. I'm Salinas's new city manager. I started on January 11th of this year. And just to give you a little bit of my background, I graduated from the University of Arizona with a degree in business administration. And I went to work for a home builder for 7 years. And in the private sector, I learned that they needed two things from government. They needed certainty and they needed excellent customer service. And everywhere I've gone in my public career, I've taken that with me and stressed it to the employees that we needed to provide certainty and excellent customer service. I went to work in Silicon Valley for 7 years for the state of California, working with companies on expansion projects. And this is where I found out where the action was at, and it was at the city level. And so I ended up joining a city. I became the economic development director. I was an assistant city manager, and I've been a city manager twice previous to coming to Salinas. Along the way, I was a school board member. I was on the board of United Cerebral Palsy nonprofit, and I was also the chairman of the Merced County Continuum of Care for 3 years. And I held these positions for two reasons. And one was I thought it'd make me a better city manager. But I also held the positions because I thought it was important to give back to the community. And I've always found that that's a real important part of the job is giving back to the community. And I know each of you are here and a big part of that too. How did I get interested in Salinas? It was been a question I've been asked a lot. And a few years ago, I was at a California League of Cities conference, and I was having lunch with the Salinas fire chief, Ed Rodriguez, and we've been friends for 20 years. And he asked if he could bring along a friend. And it turned out it was Mayor Joe Gunter. And about 5 or 6 of us went to lunch. I had the seat next to Joe. And what was supposed to be an hour's worth of just getting caught up turned into 3 hours of storytelling and a lot of laughing. Joe talked about his law enforcement background, his trials and tribulations of being mayor of Salinas, but he also talked about his family. And when lunch was over, I turned to my friend Ed and I said I could work for that guy. And Salinas has been on my radar screen ever since. When Ray Corpus announced his retirement last summer, started looking hard at Salinas, read the Alisal Vibrancy Plan, I read the Downtown Vibrancy Plan, and I read the Salinas Plan a couple times. And what I found was that the city had great blueprints. They had great plans, and it was really just about implementation of these plans. And so the closer I got to the interviews, the more I got interested in the job. I did a lot of research on the mayor and the council, and I realized this is where I wanted to be. I had a couple of good interviews, and they selected me. And it's a humbling experience to be asked to be city manager. There's a lot of responsibility and a lot of authority that comes with the position, but I'm real excited to be the city manager. Since I've started, my focus has really been on economic development and getting the economy going. How can we help our small businesses? I know this is of interest to each of you. I'm interested in visiting with each of you, getting to know you, and hear about what your plans are and your vision is of Salinas, and then working with the mayor and council, we can make that a reality. Enjoy today, and I just want to say thank you. Please contact me. I'll be reaching out to you, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you. Thank you.
All right, welcome back. Boy, we love to see the chat box exploding with everybody sharing their thoughts and their welcomes. I saw Rodney Meeks said, bear down Arizona Wildcats. I don't know what that means, but
what that means,
What's
means,
that, Rodney?
Paul, that's the school slogan.
Oh, okay,
Bear
but
down,
I don't know
bear
what
down.
relevance that. Did Steve go to Arizona?
Yes, he did. He's a Wildcat.
All right. Thank you. Rodney's our chair-elect for 2022, so not everybody gets to interrupt our program, but Rodney, we'll let you. Anyway, we want to thank Madam Mayor Kimberly Craig, and I did ask if it was appropriate for me to call her Madam, and she said Madam is the honorific for mayor, so I call her Madam now. And Mr. Kerrigan, we're delighted to have you here at the city. As Kimberly said, you know, sometimes we hold electeds accountable, but we also understand that you have the best interests of our community at heart. And the chamber is here to represent our members and to help you build a great city. And we're looking forward to working with you closely. So thank you and welcome from myself and the chamber to you. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Next up, the chamber can't do our work if we don't have the wonderful support from so many of you who are on the call today. So next up, we are going to thank our wonderful sponsors. But because we don't want to listen to Paul all the time, I'm going to invite up Miss Shay Scar, who is the chamber's Member Services Coordinator, and Shay is going to help me thank all of our many sponsors. Shay?
Thank you so much, Paul. And thank you everyone for the standing ovation I'm sure I'm currently getting. It's much appreciated. So to begin, we'd like to thank our platinum level sponsors. I'll scoot down. Salinas Valley Memorial Healthcare System, the City of Salinas, Taylor Fresh Foods.
I love that Shay thinks that she got a standing ovation. You know, make your own reality, Shay. Make your own reality. Our gold sponsors are Era Energy, Alvarez Technology Group, Belly Architectural Group, Braga Fresh Family Farms, Cal Water.
Chevron, Diorigo Brothers of California, McDonald's Costa Family Restaurants, Natividad Medical Foundation, Pinnacle Bank.
And now our silver sponsors. Those are First Capital Bank, American Ag Credit, Alliant Insurance Services, Bay Federal Credit Union, Cecilia Kennedy Insurance Services,
Central Coast Federal Credit Union, Credit Consulting Services.
Go Wildcats!
Driscoll's Strawberry Associates, Fenton and Keller, Goodwill Central Coast.
Green Rubber Kennedy Ag, the first one on the call, Hasty Financial Group, Hayashi Wayland, Casavan Architects, MBS Business Systems,
Monterey County Housing Authority Development Corporation, Nolan Hammerly, Etienne and Haas, Ryan and McDonald, Scudder Roofing, the Outdoor Market / El Mercado Popular, Union Bank.
Shay, I thought we rehearsed. It's El Mercado Popular.
Ay, Dios mío, Pablo.
Ay, Dios tuyo. Okay, next up, I recognize my little gold jacket's getting in there sometimes. Here I am, we're here, hi. Our in-kind co-sponsors for the event, Monterey County Arts, Education, and Technology, which is a part of Monterey County Office of Education. I believe Dr. Deneen Guss is on the call. We want to thank them. They helped record most of the honoree videos that you'll be seeing today. And we really want to give a big shout out and a thanks to Magnitude Visuals. We are in Oscar Garcia and Magnitude Visuals studio in Salinas today. So I told Oscar, if anything goes wrong, you're my scapegoat. And our media sponsor is KION 546. Christy Santiago and her team put together and broadcast a television ad promoting the event and thanking our many sponsors. So thank you to all of you.
In addition to these event sponsors, the Chamber enjoys top-level membership from the following organizations, which we call our stakeholders: Era Energy, Associated Builders and Contractors, Braga Fresh Family Farms, Chevron, City of Salinas,
O'Rodway Ranch, McDonald's Costa Family Restaurants, Salinas Union High School District, Salinas Valley Memorial Healthcare System, and San Bernardo Rancho. All right. Woo, we did that. Yay. And they had to read the slide, but that's okay. Now we're back. Thank you to all of you sponsors. You people are wonderful, and good karma to you too. Thanks for supporting the Chamber. Now, in 2020, we had some special anniversaries for a number of our members. They some of them celebrated 50 years and whatnot. And we're going to invite our favorite Arizona Wildcat, Rodney Meeks, to recognize those folks who have special anniversaries with their Chamber membership in 2020. Here's Rodney.
Hi, I'm Rodney Meeks, current board member of the Chamber, and I'll be the board chair in 2022. I'm here to share with you some companies that celebrated special anniversaries with their membership with the Chamber. In 2020, 5 companies reached 10 years of membership with the Chamber. 7 companies reached 25 years of membership, and 2 companies reached 50 years of membership. So let's begin by acknowledging our members celebrating their 50 years of membership. Brandon and Tibbs Accountants, AAA, KSBW 8 NBC and their sister stations, Central Coast ABC, Estrella TV Central Coast, Pioneer Realty, Sombrero Packaging. Our members celebrating 25 years of membership are Axiom Engineers, Belly Architectural Group Incorporated, Pearson and Associates Insurance Services, Greens Camera World, Monterey County Administrative Office, Grandberg Law Office, and Hitchcock Farms. And now we would like to acknowledge our 10-year members: International Paper, California Women for Agriculture, Agricultural Services Certified Organic, Salinas Senior Center, Monterey Bay GI Consultants Medical, Alta Vista Mortuary, K. Craig Media, Scudder Solar Energy Systems, Barlocker Insurance Agency, Intravision, Univision 67 and their stations, Sherman's Apothecary, El Sistema USA Salinas Yosal, Rancho Cielo Youth Campus. We thank you all for your years of membership.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Rodney. And I've already said go Wildcats 3 times, and I've never said that before in my life. So that's all the go Wildcats I got in me. I want to see that Dirk Giannini joined us and Supervisor Chris Lopez. Chris, you joined after I said all these nice things about the Board of Supervisors and the work we've been doing, but we appreciate you being there. I see Tim Flanagan. Welcome to all of you. So thank you, Rodney, for recognizing the member anniversaries, and we hope you all are members for many more years. Now, some of you, I'm not calling out Danny or Das, but it might be Danny, are saying, Paul, didn't you say that we're gonna like win some stuff if we stay and listen to you and your bad jokes? Yes, Danny, I did say that, and I'm a man of my word. So we have a gift certificate. The first one is for $25 to Turf Club Catering, member of the chamber, of course. Now here is how this is going to work. I'm going to ask you a question, okay? They are very difficult, so put, as my kindergarten teacher said, put on your thinking caps. We are going to use the chat box to determine who wins, okay? So I am going to read the question first, and then we're going to put up on the screen the answers. There's 4, it's multiple choice. There's 4 answers. You don't have to type the whole answer. Just type A, B, C, or D, okay? And whoever is the first person in the chat box with the correct answer, they win the prize, okay? So once the, I'm also, just to make sure everything's cool, I'm gonna say beep. Once the slide is up and I can see, I'm gonna say beep. So that's how this is gonna work. We're gonna do 3 of these. So this is the first one, okay? This is a tough one. Here we go. This is the Chamber's 100th Annual Awards Luncheon. In what year was the first one celebrated? Here are the answers. Beep. And now Shay in PricewaterhouseCoopers is tabulating all the results. And Shay's going to tell me who won, and I don't know if it's going to be Danny or Das. Who won?
The winner was Darren Matthews.
Darren Matthews. Oh, we're going to call him Trigger Finger from now on. Darren Matthews. We'll figure out how to get this to you. And no, you don't have to take me to lunch to use it. All right. So thank you for that. We'll have 2 more of those coming up a little later. And now we want to get to the heart of our program, which is not listening to Paul Farmer talk. It's honoring wonderful people who do wonderful work in our community. So we have 6 of those. And to introduce them, we asked one of our board members, Brandon Patterson, to do the introductions. So ladies and gentlemen, here's Mr. Brandon Patterson.
Hello, my name is Brandon Patterson, Realtor with Windermere Valley Properties, and I'm on the board of the Chamber. I'd like to introduce the spirit of the community, Mariella Medina, Jacob's Heart. After surviving cancer 3 times as a teenager, Mariella has dedicated her life's work to empowering teens with cancer and teens bereaved by the loss of a sibling. Mariella has single-handedly built a multi-dimensional program at Jacob's Heart, which provides ongoing peer mentorship to nearly 100 teens struggling with identity issues, isolation, depression, and existential questions during and after cancer. She mentors teens who have experienced similar trauma to what she has endured, helping them build resilience, not just in spite of, but because of cancer. Her latest project, turning post-traumatic stress into post-traumatic growth. Many local teens credit Mariella's support with saving their lives, including 16-year-old osteosarcoma survivor, Andrew Perez. He said, "I had totally given up and didn't want any more treatment, but Mariella encouraged me to keep trying. I realized that she had been through worse than me. So I figured if she can do it, so can I. Honestly, I owe my life to her." Having gone from being a Jacob's Heart teen to a survivor, Mariella makes a tremendous difference to Jacob's Heart families. Let me introduce her now so you can see Mariella's shining light for yourselves.
14 years ago, I would have never imagined winning such a beautiful award as the one that I just got. As a 3-time cancer survivor, this award means so much to me and so much to the teenagers that I work with on the daily. I've been at Jacob's Heart Children's Cancer Support Services for 7 years now, and I've been blessed enough to work with hundreds of kids throughout the Central Coast and the Salinas Valley. I know how difficult it is to have cancer, and I know how hard it is to fight against it. I can clearly remember the day my parents were told that I had cancer. The devastation on their face and the sadness truly broke my heart. It is an honor to work with these teens every day and to give back to a community so wonderful as ourselves. I would like to thank Jacob's Heart, the Salinas Valley Chamber, my family, my colleagues, and everyone here watching this. Thank you so much.
Now I would like to introduce the Citizen of the Year, Claire Mountier, Monterey County Rape Crisis Center. During her 34 years at the helm of Monterey County Rape Crisis Center, Claire Mountier's accomplishments have been many. After the closure of the Women's Crisis Center in 2007, she led the expansion of services for survivors of sexual assault, child abuse, and human trafficking throughout Monterey County. She increased the agency's budget and staff many times over. She was successful in getting the agency out of debt and built a 4-month financial reserve in the event of a budget shortfall. She brought in grants that supported free counseling for abused children, having a dedicated advocate on site at CSUMB, and continuing prevention education services for youth after reductions in government funding. Claire received the Talcott Bates Award from the Child Abuse Prevention Council in 2008, and she was selected as one of the 10 outstanding women in Monterey County in 2017. For decades, she responded directly to hundreds of clients in crisis and provided emotional support, advocacy, and information to them. She's trained hundreds of volunteers at biannual sexual assault counselor trainings. She served as race director for 30 years for the agency's biggest fundraiser, the Together with Love Run Walk. And in 2020, she was able to transition all agency staff and services to remote delivery during the pandemic. Thank you, Claire, for your tremendous contributions. And now let's hear from Claire.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. First, I would like to thank the Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce for choosing me for this amazing award today. I'm feeling very proud to stand with the other recipients and so much appreciate this recognition. So I was hired by the board of directors at the Rape Crisis Center as a temp in 1986. And I guess it took them 34 years and a pandemic to realize that the permanent executive director should really be Lauren De Silva, who took over the position on January 1st when I retired. So back in 1986, sexual assault wasn't really talked about very much, and only the most sensational stories ever made it to the news media. And yet, whenever I told people where I work, the disclosures would often come, sometimes with a lot of emotion, sometimes kind of flatly, but nevertheless, they came. It's important work. It was necessary back in 1986. It's still necessary today because it affects so many people. So my part in all of this really was to just keep the infrastructure in place so that so many other people could do the work. And I'm talking about the therapists, the volunteers, the prevention educators, all of whom, my co-workers who all did such a tremendous job and still do. And so today, this award really is for them. And of course, I didn't do any of this by myself. I had great support from the board, from all of the staff and people in the community who just really stepped up to support the agency over the years. And I also had support from, of course, my family, all of whom are men. I have 2 siblings who are men. I have 2 children who are men. And my husband, Carl, and I just celebrated our 44th wedding anniversary. It's very important to have male allies when you're working to end sexual violence, particularly because it apparently takes more than 34 years to do. So again, thank you so much for this award. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And now let's honor the Businesswoman of the Year, Patricia Rodriguez, the Outdoor Market. Patricia Rodriguez is a local farmer in Monterey County who grows her own organic berries. She has participated in many local farmers markets and understands firsthand how difficult business can be for local farmers. Wanting to help others, Patricia's original idea was to form an outdoor market to help local farmers sell their products within the community. However, farmers markets are seasonal, and Patricia realized that in diversifying the types of good offered, she could form a year-round business for many. Today, her markets include food vendors, artisans, farmers, and produce vendors. Charging no fee to farmers, Patricia works closely to ensure all vendors have the appropriate permits as well as the opportunity to further grow their businesses. Many are new business owners, and though they may start small, Patricia is proud to say that she has seen many grow into well-established businesses within our community. As a consequence of the pandemic, Patricia realized that the need for outdoor markets became even greater, so she has made admission free for customers. For her contributions in helping lift others, we recognize Patricia Rodriguez as our Businesswoman of the Year. Congratulations, and here's Patricia.
Hi, everyone. I was surprised to learn that I was nominated for this prestigious award. I am humbled and thankful to the Salinas Chamber of Commerce, its leadership, and board of directors for this recognition. This year, my husband and I celebrate 30 years farming in Monterey County. We grow berries that we sell at numerous farmers markets in the Bay Area. And in 2009, we had the idea of opening our own market, a market that would have a little bit of everything and a place for farmers to come and sell their crops at no cost. In 2009, we opened this market at the Santa Cruz County Fairgrounds, where since it opened, it's been very successful. And we were surprised to learn that most of our vendors and customers were coming from Salinas. And they shared with us that before our market, they were driving to San Jose to open markets to sell or shop there. And even though our market was closer, they would like to see something like this in their own Salinas community. So after years of looking, we finally found a place. And in 2017, we opened the outdoor market at the Salinas Sports Complex, thanks to Jim Slayton, the manager there, who gave us the opportunity, and to the Salinas City Council members for the support. Now, let me tell you, it has been an incredibly rewarding experience to work in the city of Salinas. I have met so many hardworking people that came with us with an idea and just needed a little bit of help in how to figure out getting a permit and starting their business, or small businesses looking for a different outlet to sell their product. It has been very successful, and we currently have an average of 80 vendors, most of them being women. And at this time, I want to say that I am happy that it is the outdoor market is a place where the locals can come, sell, shop, and gather in a family-friendly and safe environment. And also happy to say that the money that the outdoor market generates stays here in Salinas. Lastly, I would like to share this recognition with my hardworking staff and the women who wear many hats and have proven to be the backbone of our families, our communities. These women come out to the market after a day at work somewhere else, or taking care of their own families, cooking, cleaning. Then they come and they work through the afternoon and evening without a hesitation. So I would like to share this recognition with them, and I am honored to receive this award. Thank you.
We're here to announce the Small Business of the Year, Pizza Factory. Ernie Amorim started his pizza factory business in 2005 in the city of Gustine. His penchant for hard work and contributing to the community have enabled him to grow the business markedly over the years. Now he owns Gustine Pizza Factory, as well as another in South Salinas and one in North Salinas. Never one to rest on his laurels, Ernie and his family opened Mia Fusion Cuisine in 2018 in the Creek Bridge Shopping Center. In 2020, they opened Pasta Mia in the Northridge Mall. Part of the recipe for their company's success has been investment in their business and investment in the community. The Pizza Factory donates pizza to countless school events, nonprofits, and churches. They also help sponsor local kids' sports teams and the women's shelter. A humble man, Ernie recognizes that the success of his family's business is only possible because of the community that supports him. When asked what he would like to share, he said simply, "I want to make sure the community and our customers know how much we really appreciate them." Here is Ernie to accept his award.
Hello, everyone. It is such a great honor to be the recipient of the Small Business of the Year award. In a tough year that we have all gone through as a small business, it makes it extra special receiving this award. I would like to thank the Chamber for this recognition. And I would also like to thank the staff at both North Salinas and South Salinas Pizza Factory for making Pizza Factory great and what it is today. We would also like to thank our awesome customers day in and day out that come in and support local small business like we have here in the Salinas Valley. Through the years, Pizza Factory has supported local schools, teams, churches, and organizations, and many other nonprofit organizations that have needed to raise funds in fundraising efforts. And in turn, the community for the past 15 years has supported us, and we truly, truly appreciate it. We look forward to seeing everyone back in our restaurants real soon. It's been a tough year, but we believe we are past the toughest year that we've ever had, and we'll have an awesome 2021. On behalf of the entire Amram family, thank you. We appreciate the award, and we will see you soon.
And now let's introduce the large business of the year, Era Energy. Since 1952, Era Energy and its predecessor companies have helped California meet its significant energy needs right here in Monterey County. As a top oil producer in the state, the energy Era produces allows millions of Californians to travel to work every day and Monterey County grown food to arrive at dinner tables. Era's San Ardo-based operations play an important economic role in Monterey County, and its employees are known as valued community partners. Era invests in programs that support local schools, including a pen pal program with San Ardo school students. During the pandemic, Era was one of the first major companies to step forward with a $50,000 donation to the Community Foundation for Monterey County. These critical funds help lives that have been upended physically, socially, and economically. Era has partnered with the Greenfield Community Science Workshop to make their new Science Mobile and STEM programs possible for South County students. They proudly support the United Way Monterey County, Food Bank for Monterey County, and have partnered with King City to redevelop a soccer field for local youth. Era has been recognized by Forbes as a best mid-sized employer and named Business of the Year by the King City Chamber of Commerce and Agriculture. Accepting the award on behalf of Era Energy is Kathy Miller, their Public Affairs Coordinator.
Greetings from South Monterey County. I'm Kathy Miller, and it's my great privilege to be here today to accept the Large Business of the Year award on behalf of Era Energy. Now, I know if we're being honest about this, some of you are probably scratching your head and wondering, who is Era Energy? Why don't I know that name? And that's okay, that's not uncommon. We don't have a storefront, we don't have mini marts or gas stations on the corner, but everybody does know our product and uses our product. We produce about 25% of California's oil and natural gas, and we're proud to have some of that production right here in South Monterey County. And that production becomes the energy that keeps our county and keeps our state moving forward. Now, as a company, we're proud to be movers in the community. Era and each of the tremendous honorees being recognized today really have a same goal in common. We all want to create a brighter future for Monterey County. And for Era, that really starts with a commitment to doing our part. And we're doing that through local partnerships and involvement in the community. And for us, that involvement starts right here with our employees. We have a team of incredible employees and business partners that I'd like to take a moment to recognize. They're the ones who are at the heart of everything we do. Some of them were able to join us today by Zoom, which is, I know, so odd with everybody dialing and you can't see anyone, but I wish there was a way I could introduce all of them to you. They're just the most amazing people. They lead with their hearts in the community, and they really embrace the areas where we operate. And I'll give you a couple examples. First, when San Ardo School and the United Way of Monterey County was looking for a partner to help spruce up the local campus, Team ERA arrived with an army of volunteers armed with paintbrushes and shovels and rakes, and we touched up paint and we put new ground cover under the play equipment and really spent a day making the campus a more beautiful place for students and a safer place for them to play on that playground equipment. The other thing that's near and dear to our heart is the holidays. Every year when the holidays roll around, we adopt local San Ardo families who are just in need of a little bit of extra support. Our employees buy and wrap and deliver really thoughtful gifts to those families. And I know that none of us will forget making a mother's wish come true when the only thing she wanted for Christmas was a bed for her 12-year-old daughter. She'd never had her own bed. So as we assembled that bed and brought in the mattress and the comforters and the pillows and everything else that went with it, and armloads of gifts really for the rest of the family as well, there was not a dry eye in that home for our employees or the family. It was absolutely a very emotional moment. I know I'll carry that girl's smile in my heart for the rest of my life. And I think that's because the work we do in the community and the work we do here in the field, it's very personal to us. And we take great pride in really making a difference in the lives of others. And that's what we really strive to do. So we're humbled and we're honored to be selected as your large business of the year. It shows us that we're walking on the right path, we're making the right partnerships, and together, all of us can work to build better, stronger communities right here at home. So thank you to the Chamber and congratulations to all of the other incredible honorees who are being recognized today. We're proud to stand among your ranks. And we'll look forward to the day when we can celebrate together in person. Imagine that, in person. And we'll look forward to that opportunity. But until then, be well, keep your family well, stay safe, and thank you so much for this incredible honor.
It is with great honor that I introduce this year's recipient of the Agricultural Leadership Award. Just over 10 years ago, our Monterey County Farm Bureau Board of Directors embarked upon the process of seeking out a new executive director for the organization. Before we even had a chance to advertise the position, the president of California Farm Bureau at the time contacted our local board president and said, "I know just the person you need." He is currently in Orange County, has worked in the nursery sector at Monrovia, and has served on the State Farm Bureau Board for over a decade. His name is Norm Groot. From the moment Norm arrived in Monterey County, he has embraced all that makes our area so special. His commitment to agriculture is unparalleled, quickly diving into our local matters and getting up to speed on important issues, whether land use, water, food safety, or most recently COVID-19. Norm makes a point to be informed on it all so that he can guide policy discussions and advocate for not only Farm Bureau members, but the entire agricultural industry. And that is no easy feat. Farm Bureau is the only agricultural trade association that represents all ag commodity sectors. That's right, row crop vegetables, berries, cannabis, livestock, dairy, floral, nursery, tree nuts, citrus, and wine grapes. Farm Bureau and Norm cover it all. Norm wears many hats, literally. You may catch him in a ball cap while out coordinating and working at our annual Farm Bureau golf tournament or annual Young Farmers and Ranchers crab feed, both of which raise money for local scholarships. You may see him in a casual cowboy hat as he guides Monterey County's third graders around ag education farm days, or maybe in a formal cowboy hat, meeting with local, state, and federal elected officials as he advocates on ag policy. One of the many things I have always admired about Norm is his talent in building relationships. Coming to a new place, a Monterey County transplant, as we call him, can be daunting. But Norm took it as an opportunity, immediately connecting with the local Farm Bureau membership, getting to know the people, but more importantly, their stories and histories. Embracing those experiences and values is what has allowed Norm to become successful in his roles. Residing in Pacific Grove and working in Salinas, Norm can look at critical local matters through various lenses, It is through this perspective that he leads with synergy, and our entire community benefits because of it. The so-called lettuce curtain that divides Salinas Valley from the peninsula, well, Norm drives right on through it daily without even blinking an eye. That type of leadership is what will continue to steer our local community and economy in a direction of unity and prosperity for all. A great leader knows no bounds, and this is true of Norm. I have to laugh when I think about the baby Groot figurine that Norm keeps on his desk in the office. That's a Guardians of the Galaxy reference, by the way. Just as baby Groot grows and branches out, Norm has done just that in our community. From serving on the board of directors for the Monterey County Convention and Visitors Bureau, chairing the Community Advisory Council for Central Coast Community Energy, and supporting local business via our own Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce, where he was on the board of directors for 6 years and chair in 2015, Norm is a wonderful proponent for all of Monterey County. Norm, I am blessed to have the opportunity to work alongside you. And on behalf of our Farm Bureau members, Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce members, and the larger community, I am proud to present you this year's Agricultural Leadership Award.
Thank you to the Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce for this tremendous honor. I am humbled to join the list of individuals who have received the Ag Leadership Award in prior years, many of whom I call my friends. My philosophy on life and career was instilled very early in my adulthood by my father, who believed that you give back to your community as much as you accept. Throughout the 14 years that we worked together in our family business, I learned that contributing is better than sitting back and watching it happen. I believe this attitude fosters better relationships, either business or personal, so that the challenges and issues of any community can be solved collaboratively with compromise, so that everyone can feel that they are part of the outcome. In 10 years since I've moved to Monterey County, I've met many of the community leaders who embody this spirit of collaboration, and I'm amazed that so many have vested roots over multiple generations, yet don't accept that's the way we've always done it as a pathway forward. A few thank yous to those who have made this award possible. My mom and dad, who raised me in a respectful and thoughtful manner. My wife, Marcia, who puts up with my over-involvement and time commitments, but supports me fully. Love ya. Colby Pereira, my current Farm Bureau volunteer president, who has been a great partner in leading our organization for the past 5 years. Jason Smith, for taking a chance on me some 10 years ago. Abby Taylor Silva, who without her guidance early on, I would have been treading water for a much longer time frame. And Paul Farmer, who provides excellent leadership for our community and was a true partner when I was Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce board chair in 2015. Again, I remain humbled by this honor, appreciate the community's recognition of my efforts, and thankful that I have a job I look forward to every day.
All right, welcome back. I want to give my congratulations to all of the honorees, but not just me. Let's do some audience participation. We're going to ask all of you to turn your cameras on. If you feel comfortable and you're decent, I don't mind if you're wearing jammies, but put your cameras on and we're going to get crazy here. We're going to unmute everybody. Can we unmute them ourselves, Shape? Unmute everybody. All right, so we asked you all, unmute yourselves. We're going to all together give one big whoop and a holler for all of the award honorees. When I say go, I want to see madness, okay? When I say go, 1, 2, 3, go!
Good job.
All right, now we'll mute them all again.
Nice work, Norm. Looking good, Paul. Looking good. Yeah. Yeah. Hair right there.
Steve.
You got hair. There you go. You got it. That's it.
I love the love in the room. That just feels good. It's like watching puppies and babies play. We should record that part. Actually, we are recording this. As long as nobody embarrasses themselves or the chamber, we may even put this up online afterward. You never know. But boy, that was great. Thank you all for that. And congratulations again to all of the honorees. Okay, we can go back to the regular view now. I have a couple of comments for you all that we saw in the chat box while things were going on during that. First of all, Shay Scar's father, many of you know Mike Scar, he texted her and said, Shay, I gave you a standing ovation. Well, good, Mike, as every father should give a standing ovation for their kid. And others who did that. Patricia's son and daughter, when she was getting the Businesswoman of the Year award, I don't know how old they are, but they were in the chat box saying, go, Mom. And so was my friend Peter Mountier, who works at the Pacific Grove Chamber when his mother, Claire Mountier, was being recognized. You know, so the other thing that was kind of funny was Dirk Giannini looked at the field when Brandon was doing the introductions, and there's this beautiful field in the back, and Dirk Giannini goes, hey, that's my field. It looks great. So to the rest of us, it's just amazing. A farmer's like, no, that dirt clod, that's definitely not my field. So anywho, okay, so remember to stay online. We're doing great. We're coming to the end, but remember in the beginning, I told you, we're going to share some very important information that will help your businesses and everybody in the community in just a few minutes. Before we get to that, I told you we had three trivia questions, and so it's time for our second trivia question. I feel like Pat Sajak. It's a toss-up. Okay, here's the next one. The gift certificate is for $50 to Tarpey's Restaurant, a wonderful member of the chamber. I'm sure you've all eaten there, but if you haven't, go. Okay, here's the question. We're doing it the same as last time. I'll tell you the question, the 4 answers show up, and you go into the chat box and type in just the letter A, B, C, or D of your answer, and Shay will tell me whoever was first, okay? That's not hard. Heather from Aerial Theatrical, she's like, I got it, Paul. What's the question? Okay, here's the question. This one's more closely related to the chamber. So what long-running community event originally created and founded by the Salinas JCs did the Chamber's Foundation take over in 2018? Okay, what long-running community event did we take over in 2018? And here are the answers. And let me get out of the way. Oh, man. And beep. It's a good thing we said the first thing, because if we had to give a prize to everybody, I can see all the answers coming in. It's like, who's fastest at typing? So, Shay, who was the fastest at typing in the correct answer, children's shopping tour? Robert Mina. Woo! Robert Mina. The first person didn't have to take me to lunch, but Robert Mina, you do have to take me to lunch. So just contact the chamber and we'll make sure we get that to you. Thanks for participating. You know, not that that was a hard question. Macy's White Day Sale, Super Bowl 55. I had nothing to do with the weekend show, the halftime show. We had nothing to do with that. And 2021 Tokyo Olympics, we'll see. Hopefully that'll happen. All right. So next up in our program, I want to pass things over to our board chair from last year, Andrea Bailey, who will have a few comments, and then she'll pass the gavel over to this year's chair, Christy Santiago. So Andrea, take it away.
Thank you, Paul. I've been honored to serve as the Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce board chair this past year. And despite many obstacles, we have persevered. 2020 presented issues and challenges unlike any we have experienced before. I am proud that here in Monterey County and around the globe, despite health concerns, employment and economic pressures, and social unrest, the Chamber has stayed true to our values and made progress toward our strategic goals. From the successful creation and implementation of our 3-year strategic plan to helping our many business members navigate the COVID-19 pandemic, to partnering to create the Monterey County Business Alliance, to hiring new Chamber staff and onboarding 3 new board members, we have maintained a strong financial position. The Chamber's foundation is built upon our values, which distinguish us and guide our actions to deliver results. This past year, we focused on improving our operational excellence, growing our membership value and reach, increasing regional collaboration, and advocating for and advancing the interest of our members. Throughout the course of the year, I have watched the Chamber grow and evolve. Continual improvement, and at times necessary change, is how great organizations stay great. It is also a reminder that we should continue to embrace opportunity as we pursue operational excellence. I am very proud of the work that we have done and the many things that we have accomplished together during my time as board chair. Now I would like to thank the 2020 executive board members and the entire board of directors for their leadership and contributions to the Chamber. Joan Bailey, past chair, Christy Santiago, chair-elect, Jennifer Williams, vice chair, Government Relations Committee, Bill Hasty, vice chair, finance, Julian Lozano, vice chair, membership, Amy Gibson, vice chair, events. The Chamber Board did have one departing director whose term was completed in 2020. We would like to thank Kayla Bumba for her 6 years of service to our board and our members. Finally, I want to thank you all for your support of the Chamber. And as my last official duty, it is my honor and gives me great pleasure to pass the gavel to the 2021 Chair of the Board, Christy Santiago, General Manager of Kion TV.
Welcome, everyone. I'm honored to be the chair of the Salinas Valley Chamber this year. I first want to thank Andrea Bailey for leading us through a very difficult year. Andrea's dedication and direction in 2020 was invaluable. Since 2019, we've been working on a strategic plan to allow the CEO and employees of the Chamber, as well as the board, to focus on changes that benefit you, our membership. The board and I are committed to our vision statement we established in 2019, a thriving, welcoming Salinas Valley where people, families, and business succeed via economic opportunity and growth. In 2021, we will be focusing our efforts to increase regional collaboration, understanding and growing our membership value, and making sure more key documents and information is available to our members on the website and in the Business Journal. See the Chamber's website for a short overview of our strategic plan. We will continue to identify and address advocacy opportunities related to priority issues, including permitting, infrastructure, mixed-use development near the transit center, commuter rail, affordable housing, homelessness, and addressing blight. Government relations is a key focus of the Salinas Valley Chamber. We want to make sure that all businesses are getting a seat at the table and being heard. We will continue to stay focused on this approach to deliver value for our membership. May 2021 be filled with hope and promise. I hope 2021 is a recovery year for all, and my promise is that the Salinas Valley Chamber will continue to be your partner as we move forward. Now I'd like to introduce the 2021 Board of Directors. I'd like to thank you sincerely for sharing your time and talents this year. Our 2021 Executive Board welcomes back the same directors who served in 2020, with one addition. We welcome Rodney Meeks as Chair-elect. Returning board members for 2021 are Jim Bogart, Retired Growers Shippers Association, Raymond Costa, RHC Management Company, John Hout, Hout and Associates, Albert Maldonado, MP Express Printing, Kathy Miller, Era Energy, Krishna Patel, Duda Farm Fresh Foods, Brandon Patterson, Windermere Valley Properties, Starla Warren, Monterey County Housing Authority Development Corporation, Amy Gibson, Portola Hotel and Spa, Jennifer Williams, Natividad Medical Foundation. We have 3 new board members for 2021, John Divelson, First Capital Bank, Sarah Boynes, Fenton Keller, Colby Pereira, Braga Fresh Family Farms. Our 2021 liaisons to the board are Peter Castavan, Spark, Matt Huerta, Monterey Bay Economic Partnership, Kevin Dayton, Salinas City Center Improvement Association. I would like to thank and congratulate the Chamber membership for a great show of support today and throughout the year. Now I'd like to pass things over to our CEO, Paul Farmer, who will share a report and wrap up the event.
Costume change. Thank you to Andrea Bailey for being board chair last year, and thank you to Christy Santiago for putting up with me this year. And thanks to our entire board of directors for your service for the community and the chamber. Next up, I'm going to give the CEO report. I told you I was going to tell you some important information, much of which is hot off the presses. So even though I love my gold jacket, I'm like, let's focus on the information now. So this is Business Paul. That guy was fun, Paul. This is Business Paul. So I'm going to give you this report. And then at the end, we'll do, we have one more famous person as a guest. Who could it be? And we have one more trivia question for a gift certificate. So here's the CEO report. Oh, I have a little clicker. Here we go. Making it up as I go along, like I do everything in life. Slide. All right. So 2020. Obviously, all about coronavirus and our response to that. And so I want to tell you a little bit about what your Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce did to help our members survive and hopefully thrive during the annus horribilis of 2020. Okay, so Monterey County Business Alliance is a group that we helped co-found with our partners, the Monterey Peninsula Chamber of Commerce. We invited all of the chambers throughout the county, South County, North County, East County, West County. We had them all in the house. Also, the Monterey County Hospitality Association, the Monterey County Convention and Visitors Bureau. All of us have been meeting every week since April. You'll remember, March is when we went into shelter in place. We put this together quickly so the businesses could have one voice when it came to, and I'll tell you, in the beginning, there was a lot of politicization, if that's I think that's a word, of the process. Like people were scared, like we have to protect ourselves, but we also have to maintain our businesses. And what was happening was a lot of different groups, like ag was the first sector to say, we need a plan because if we don't have food, we're in big trouble. So ag really got on it and started developing their plan. Well, we have hospitality, we have all of the other businesses that the chamber represents, and we can't have everybody coming up with an individual plan and trying to politicize, whatever that word is, the issue by going to Dr. Moreno and whatnot. So we said, look, we need to come together. We need to work on something, even if it's imperfect. We need to come up with a plan that can work for everybody so that businesses can safely reopen. This was before the state came up with its tiers and the county was trying to figure out what to do. And we stepped up and we came up with some plans looking at all these different things that were possible. And we submitted those to the county for their consideration. So the Monterey County Business Alliance is one of these silver linings that grew out of 2020 and will continue to go forward. The next slide. This is the cover of the Business Journal, which just went up on the Chamber's website yesterday afternoon. So the ink is still fresh. You can see it if you go to salinaschamber.com and click on Business Journal. This article that says Monterey County's vaccine distribution disadvantage. So a lot of people are taking credit, maybe. I say that success has many parents, but failure is an orphan. But I want to tell you what the chamber did to support the County of Monterey in helping us get more vaccines. Because if you didn't see it on the news yesterday, this work helped us get a more than doubling of the vaccines that are coming to Monterey County. And that is worth a round of applause. I mean, come on. This is our businesses, this is our lives. And I'll tell you, Supervisor Lopez, who has been participating in our weekly meetings, we've also had Supervisor Adams and Root Askew on those calls. But a couple of weeks ago, Chris Lopez told us Monterey County has 1.1% of the state's population. The percentage of vaccine that we were getting was 0.56%. So less than half of what we would get if it were just based on population. Now, you can argue that we have an especially vulnerable population. We should be getting more than that, but at least we should be getting, our fair share, right? So what we did, the chamber has a tremendously wonderful government affairs consultant named Kevin Dayton. And we said, Kevin, and this was part of the conversation, we're like, how is the state making those decisions about how the vaccines get distributed to the counties? Who's making those decisions? How are they? And the state was like, they were not being as clear as they could have been. So we asked the questions, we led into it, and that led into this article that you can see on our Business Journal, Monterey County's vaccine distribution disadvantage. I won't go into all the details, but I'll say that the state was using something called an MCE, and that wasn't working for us. So go back to the previous slide, if you will. It just didn't work for us. It was unfair to Monterey County and a bunch of other counties. So what we did was Kevin did this research. We shared it with the County Board of Supervisors. They're like, yeah, this doesn't work for us. Then they started talking to their counterparts at the state and said, hey, this stuff is not fair. You can't be doing it this way because here's why. And we had the numbers to back it up. Monterey County by far is the biggest county in the state that doesn't have one of these MCEs. That's why we're not getting the vaccine over here. That is why. So yesterday, the state announced they're changing it. They are changing it. And that is what is going to give us, instead of less than 5,000 doses per week, we're getting over 10,000 doses next week. And there's hope that that's going to continue to go up. But I have to tell you all, And we're not taking credit that we didn't do all this. It was the collaboration between the chamber and all of these businesses and labor and the elected officials with the county. But you know what's important? When we talk about all these other things that are going on in life and that are affecting our businesses, in the end, there's really only one thing that matters. How are we going to get the vaccine into our population, reopen our businesses, and survive this time and put it in the rearview mirror? And, you know, a lot of times the chamber can shed light on different things, different issues. We could say this is a problem, but it's not that often that we're able to say this is a problem, here's a solution, here's a result. So when you talk about your chamber membership and you're considering, well, I didn't show up to anything and what am I getting out of it? You don't have to show up to anything. We're working whether you show up to a networking mixer or not. And this is the type of work that we do. And it's hard for us to communicate this to you all. So I'm glad you're on the call. I hope you read that article. I want to give tremendous props to Kevin Dayton. When this was coming up and I saw what was happening, I said, Kevin, whatever else you're working on, this is your number one priority. I think this is the most important work you are doing in your entire career. And I think that's true. So thank you, Kevin. Thank you, supervisors, other members of Monterey County Business Alliance. I mean, we can work together. Fantastic. All right, now we'll go to the next slide. So the other thing other than that was money. We needed grant money, right? And so the chamber has been informing our members about grant money that's been available. We've been working with the Community Foundation and the city and the county to try to come up with different funds that are available. And I have an announcement that just came through yesterday, and that is that Senator Ana Caballero last week announced a Senate bill that was proposing $2.1 billion in additional grants for small businesses. And I believe the governor just signed that yesterday. So there's going to be more detail coming forth, but $2 billion from the state is coming. And there's also $50 million earmarked for nonprofit organizations as well. Now, locally in the county of Monterey, we just found out yesterday that the Monterey CARES Act has a bunch of money that is strictly for small businesses in Monterey County. It's up to $10,000, and they extended the grant deadline. Can you get the slides going? Yeah. Okay, whatever. I'll work without it, but if I have to work off the top of my head, we're in trouble. Anyway, so the Monterey County Workforce Development Board is administering these grants of up to $10,000. They have extended the deadline until March 8th, okay? So watch your chamber emails. We're gonna tell you more information about all of that. All right, I told Oscar if anything went wrong, we've been doing so well. Can I see? Hold on just a second. Don't go away. I'm gonna just look at my slides real quick. Let me just see it here. Just show me the next one. Yeah, oh, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna fly without a net. Oh, I was so proud. We were so perfect. Okay, that's all right. Let me operate off the top of my head with the rest of the slides. So that's the number one most important thing that the chamber's been working on. Happy and proud to say that we're delivering results for you. When we had Monterey County Business Alliance all set up, then we had all the forest fires, right? Fortunately, we were already meeting and we could talk and coordinate among the different business associations and the county. What do we do with all these fires? And I have to tell you that the chamber acted very quickly on that as well. When we found out, and I'll give credit to Shay Scar for this, that there was no, if you were having to evacuate your house because you were in a fire danger zone, you have too many things going on. Where do I go? What do I do? And you're trying to pack. There was no single place where a resource guide kind of put all that information together. So we put one together within 48 hours. We posted it online. We shared it with a number of other organizations. It had 1,400 shares online. And the American Red Cross also shared it, and over 10 other organizations. So the point is that we work quickly. That's good. Hold on that one. We work quickly on behalf of our members with things like that. Next up, the chamber scholarships. We know that last year was difficult for a lot of our members. And so what we tried to do was work with them. For our Legacy of Leadership event, which we held last October, some of the money we raised, about $8,500, we used to support our members with their chamber membership. If, you know, maybe they've been a long time member, but now's just not the time. So we we had some money from that, and we also have been working individually with our members to help them get through this time. So I'm proud to say that the chamber board and staff, we've been able to help 49 members. If you have problems, go to us. I know it's tough getting through everything. We're a small staff, but we can usually point you in the right direction, okay? All right, my slides are working. Okay, I already talked about that one. Whew. Oh, we also bought gift certificates and gave them to displaced families. Our strategic plan, the ultimate question is, how do we best direct our members' investments for the good of the chamber and the community? So we changed our staffing plan last year. We've got a couple new members on the staff. We hired that government affairs consultant who wouldn't have been able to do that work if we didn't have that. We've been building stronger relationships, in particular in South County. If you want to see an overview of our strategic plan, it is posted on our website at salinaschamber.com. Economic development. We're supporting the city of Salinas's plans for economic development throughout the city. The county of Monterey also is working on an economic development strategy that includes equity considerations. That's the county with input from the Stanford Research Institute International, and the chamber and I are a part of those meetings as well. We had a meeting 2 weeks ago with the leaders of Growers Ice. Growers Ice is an important ag company that has been operating in Salinas for decades, and we were delighted to hear that they are investing $200 million in their Salinas facilities. And when we met with them to talk about what we can do to help support them and make sure that that economic development happens within our community, their question to us was, how can we help the chamber help others? Thank you, Growers Ice. We're delighted to hear that. And the next slide. The CEO of Growers Ice is Dr. Jim White. He wrote the book on opportunity investing, which is taking advantage of opportunity zones that were created in 2017. So we are going to put together an information session with the CEO of Growers Ice, who literally wrote the book on how to take advantage of this. So stay tuned for that. Next slide. Our GRC Government Relations Committee, in recent meetings, we've had Mayor Kimberly Craig, we've had new members of the City Council, we've had Dan Baldwin from the Community Foundation. The city manager, whom you heard speak today, he's confirmed for March 10th at 11:30 a.m. And we have Dr. Alan Radner will speak on April 14th about the latest with what's happening with coronavirus and vaccines. So if you're on our distribution list, we automatically email you the agendas before the meeting. So if you're not on it, just shoot us an email and we'll make sure that you get those agendas, reminders, and links to those meetings. Chamber staff, I just want you to be able to see them. That's Shay Scar, Member Services Coordinator. That's Lindsay Knight, Membership Development Director. If you're not a member and you're on this call, expect a call from Lindsay soon. And then Philip Saldana, the man who makes it all happen behind the scenes. Next. Children's shopping tours. So that was the answer to one of our trivia questions. In 2020, we weren't going to do it because coronavirus, but the kids needed it more than ever. So we were able to put together in December a socially distanced children's shopping tour. We raised $20K very quickly and invited nearly 150 kids, redesigned the whole how we do the event. And we couldn't do it without our sponsors, Hardin Foundation, Cal Water, Alco Water Service, and JCPenney. So we're hoping that in 2021, we'll be able to do it like we normally do. Next. Office space available. People are rethinking their office space. There's some available at the chamber. And next. And also we have our conference room available for rentals to members and non. Now's not a time to be meeting, but just keep that in the back of your mind for when we can meet in person again. Fast forward to some fast facts about the chamber. Our revenue last year was a shade under 600K. It was about 90% of what it was the year before, which is pretty darn good considering everything going on. We supported a lot of issues, and the ribbon cuttings, we started doing things using Facebook Live and other stuff like that. Our sponsorship has held up because of wonderful support by people like you. All right, I think that's the last slide on there, and we're coming up. You know that we always finish early, and we are not finishing after 1 o'clock today. So we have one more quiz, and then a cameo, and then we're done before 1. Okay, so the last one is for a $50 gift certificate to Pizza Factory, our honoree of a Small Business of the Year. And here's the question. The question is, now you've seen this person on this call. So hopefully you know this one. And get ready, you're gonna hit A. Oh, somebody, Robert Mina, you're already saying A. I haven't even said the question yet. Okay, well, yeah, wait until he says beep. Okay, I haven't said beep yet. So here's the question. What is the last name of Salinas's new city manager? And here are the answers. Beep. I saw Robert Mina. Maybe that's how he won last time. I'm just picking A. All right, and the correct answer, it's not Christy Yamaguchi. It's not Tanya Harding. It's not Nancy Kerrigan. It's Steve Kerrigan. And I hope you guys know that because we said his name about 24 times. Shay, who won?
The winner was Credit Consulting Services.
Credit Consulting Services. That's Rodney Meeks and his Arizona Wildcats. All right, Rodney, congratulations. Now, we're about ready to close up. We started off with a wonderful surprise with Bob Saget. Well, we need to close with somebody cool and famous too, right? So I went through that Rolodex of mine and I called my good friend, Randy Jackson, who is one of the founding judges on American Idol. He helped discover my other good friend, Kelly Clarkson. And Mr. Jackson's going to give us our goodbye cameo. So, Mr. Jackson.
Hey guys, it's your boy Randy Jackson here. The Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce Annual Awards Luncheon is coming to a close. That's right. We had a blast. We honored you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of it. We love this community. We love what you do. We love how you guys give, man. Listen, we had a blast. Here's looking at next year. It's going to even be bigger and better. We're all going to get through this and we're going to have a good time doing it. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for showing up. Yo, you guys rock. That's right. Keep it real.
All right, Randy, if I were a judge on American Idol, it's a yes for me, dog. You're going to Hollywood. You're coming to Salinas. So as we wrap up our program, I want to say thank you to Andrea Bailey in the chat. She said, don't forget to thank the Posey Foundation, who also generously donated so we could have that children's shopping tour. I want to thank our presenting sponsor, Mechanics Bank. I want to thank our board of directors. I want to thank all of you who are on this call. Boy, almost everybody stayed for the whole thing. Maybe it was all the bribes that we were giving. I don't know. We want to thank you for supporting the chamber and again, the board for helping enable our work. And I also want to thank our staff, Shay, Lindsay, Philip, to put on an event like this. Oh my gosh, there's like almost 15 different speakers. Lots of things can get wrong, and we almost got all the way through it. So I want to thank the staff. We didn't have any Zoom bombing, anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the program with our thanks. And I'll stick around if you guys want to chit chat in the Zoom in a moment. We will record it, and we'll probably share the recording soon. But that closes out our 100th Annual Awards Luncheon for the Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for being part of it.
Yay. Thank you, everyone.
Yay.